Welcome, everyone. Today we're going to explore blended learning, a teaching approach that's reshaping how we think about education. Blended learning is not about replacing what we do in the classroom, it's about enhancing it. It combines the best of face-to-face instruction with digital tools and online resources, giving both teachers and students more flexibility in how learning happens. Whether you're already using technology in your teaching or just starting to explore it, this session will give you a clear understanding of what blended learning looks like in practice, its key features, real classroom examples, and the benefits it brings to your students and your teaching. Let's dive in. So, what exactly is blended learning? At its core, it's a teaching strategy that merges face-to-face classroom instruction with online and digital learning activities. Think of it as the best of both worlds. You still have the personal connection, the live discussions, the ability to read the room and adjust your teaching in real time. But you also gain the power of digital tools, videos students can rewatch, quizzes that give instant feedback, and platforms that let students move at their own pace. The key word here is flexibility. Blended learning allows students to access materials online whenever and wherever it works for them, while still benefiting from guided instruction in the classroom. It's not about replacing the teacher. It's about empowering both the teacher and the student with more options for how learning happens. Let's break down the key features that define blended learning. First, it's a mix of classroom teaching and technology-based learning. This doesn't mean handing every student a laptop and calling it a day. It means thoughtfully integrating digital tools into your existing curriculum. You might use a video to introduce a concept, then follow up with a classroom discussion. The technology supports the teaching, not the other way around. Second, students access materials online at their own pace. This is a game changer for differentiation. A student who needs more time with a concept can rewatch a video or redo a practice quiz without holding up the rest of the class. And a student who grasps the material quickly can move ahead. Third, blended learning encourages both independent and guided learning. Students develop self-direction and digital skills while still benefiting from your expertise, feedback, and the social learning that happens in a classroom. It's a balanced approach. Now let's look at how blended learning works in practice as a cycle. It starts with planning. As a teacher, you design your lesson with both classroom and digital components in mind. You decide what's best taught face-to-face and what students can explore online. Next comes teaching. You deliver the core concepts in the classroom where you can engage students directly, answer questions in real time, and build understanding through discussion and demonstration. Then we move to the extend phase. This is where the digital tools shine. Students go online to watch videos, complete interactive exercises, take quizzes, or participate in discussion boards. They can do this at home, in a library, or even during a free period at school. Finally, assessment. You use the data from your digital platforms to see how each student is performing. Who got the quiz questions right? Who rewatched the video 3 times? This information helps you tailor your next lesson, and then the cycle repeats. Let me give you a concrete example of blended learning in action. Imagine a science teacher starting a new unit on the water cycle. In the classroom, the teacher introduces the topic with a hands-on demonstration, maybe using a terrarium to show evaporation and condensation in real time. Students discuss what they observe, ask questions, and the teacher provides the foundational concepts. Then, for homework, the teacher assigns a short video lesson through an online learning platform. The video reinforces what was taught in class, and there's a quiz at the end so students can check their own understanding. The teacher can see the quiz results instantly, identifying which students understood the material and which ones need extra support. The next day in class, the teacher uses that data to form small groups. Students who mastered the content might work on an extension project, while those who struggled get targeted reteaching. This is the power of blended learning. It creates a cycle of instruction, practice, feedback, and adjustment that's far more responsive than a traditional one-size-fits-all approach. Let's talk about the benefits, because there are several significant ones. First, blended learning encourages digital literacy. In today's world, students need to be comfortable with technology. By integrating digital tools into everyday learning, we're not just teaching them subject content. We're teaching them how to navigate online platforms, evaluate digital resources, and communicate through technology. These are skills they'll use throughout their careers. Second, it provides flexibility and accessibility. Not every student learns best sitting in a classroom from 8 to 3. Some students are more focused in the evening. Some need to rewatch a lesson multiple times. Blended learning respects these differences by making materials available online, anytime, anywhere. Third, and perhaps most powerful, is personalized learning and progress tracking. Digital platforms give you real-time data on how each student is performing. You can see who's struggling with a concept before the next test and intervene early. You can also see who's excelling and might benefit from enrichment activities. This level of insight simply isn't possible with traditional methods alone. So, where do you go from here? My advice is to start small. You don't need to overhaul your entire curriculum overnight. Pick one lesson this week and think about how you could add a digital component. Maybe it's assigning a short video for students to watch before class or creating an online quiz they can take after a lesson. See how it goes and adjust from there. Next, explore the platforms that are available to you. Many schools already have access to learning management systems. Take some time to learn what they can do. You might be surprised at how easy it is to set up assignments, track student progress, and share resources. Finally, collect feedback from your students. Ask them what's working and what's not. Review the data your platforms provide, and iterate. Blended learning is not a fixed formula. It's a flexible approach that gets better as you learn what works for your students. Remember, the goal isn't technology for technology's sake. It's about creating a more effective, personalized, and engaging learning experience. The future of education is blended, and it starts with you. Thank you.